What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? It's your man, G. Louie.
And it's your man's clearly coming to y'all Den and Our Live podcast on Monday, just like we told y'all each and every Monday. We had a few Mondays on and off, but guess what? This still gonna be the type of fun you can have with your clothes on. Wow. And we got a whole show lined up for y'all. Bang, bang, boogie. And we're gonna get right off into this. We had a tragedy that just happened over the weekend at Detroit's liquor store on the east side. Young gentleman was exiting the liquor store, and two women was entering the liquor store. As they was entering, he drew a firearm and shot the one lady 3 times, shot the other lady twice. In doing so, he was 15 years old. He was apprehended within 24 hours by Detroit's police department. Yes, he was. And 15 years old, there's a few things that's going to happen, and I'm going to let y'all in on this. As of date, they saying he had some sort of mental health issues as far as his mother just passing away, and when he did it, he had his mother's obituary in his hand. Now, he knows, as well as I know, from being in the state penitentiary, there's a lot of people in there with mental health issues, just like this young man right here. And things happen to guys in the state joint from the outside, and it affects them on the inside. And they would lash out on the compound or maybe a CO or another inmate because of something that they got going on outside or in the world. And I've seen it happen numerous of times where guys done came out their cell, done beat the CO that was messing with him the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
I done seen guys waiting for the phone before they put the phone restrictions on there. He trying to call to the crib. Dog hang up, use the phone again. Now back then, it usually didn't be no restrictions on the phone, how many calls you can have. Once you get to the phone, if you want to make as many calls you made, that was on you. You know what I'm saying? Guys just had to wait their turn. You know what I mean? That's just what it was. I think now they have a system where you got to wait like every 30 minutes or something, every
15,
hour.
15.
Yeah, every 15 minutes.
You got to wait 15 minutes, and then they say, you got the gangbangers.
It didn't used to be like that. So it used to be, I get on the horn, and I got this me. I'm on this boy. If I can ride this boy, I can ride this boy all day. If I got enough peso, people keep answering my collect calls. So yeah, I done see guys get beat up at the phones by that. So what I'm telling you is this: mental health issues aligns in the same format as feelings. Everybody has them. You know what I'm saying? So there's no excuse or reason for this guy to have unalived those young ladies the way he did. I can't say he'll get there shortly. Matter of fact, he's not gonna go there. He's gonna go past that. Because he day room ready. He definitely day room ready for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure. But now I think he gotta go 15. They definitely gonna try him as an adult. And they're gonna rule him over, but they're not gonna send him to the adult prison. Now, when we was in there, they had something called a punk prison. That's where he would go. It was used to be Baldwin.
Yeah.
No. That's what it is now. I think it is Baldwin now.
Back then,
it was Bellamy Creek.
No, when we was, it was MTU.
Well, no, that was the MTU is where you come from. You get to MTU when you come from the punk prison. When you come from the punk prison, you come to MTU. Because MTU was 21 and under.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you had to be 17. It was 17 to 21, should I say. But you come from the punk prison there, or to MR, either one. It's vice versa. That's how it was when we went through back in the 90s. Now, I think the punk prison is Baldwin, Michigan. That is it. It used to be Bellamy Creek. They turned that into a whole institution. Bellamy Creek used to be the punk prison where they would send the young guys to, and then they would transition over to Ionia. Ionia was just all for youth.
All for youth.
Just youth.
I'm talking about MR.
All of it.
MTU, IMAX, all of it. It's like
ITF, all of
it. Ionia was its own look.
Blue Water Highway. Blue Water Highway. Yeah. Some of y'all out there probably seen that coming to your house as in the mail. Somebody was on Blue Water Highway.
Blue
Because
Water.
everything is bing, bing, bing right there. Bing, 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 bing.
Blue
All the
Water
little prisons
Highway.
right there on Blue Water Highway. And Ionia, Michigan. Whoa. And that's definitely where he'd be at the Lee Baldwin. He definitely be going there. And it was crazy that they apprehended him so fast. And he still had the gun on him. And he had the obituary. As if this was going to say, okay, that's cool then. You got an excuse. And this is the problem. I was just with some ladies yesterday, older ladies. And accountability is something that people don't do and people don't want to accept. And it's getting to the point where it's affecting our behavior. We have to be accountable, people. And the kids got to know about accountability. When we was growing up, our parents made sure we had a little bit of structure, a little bit of accountability for certain things. I don't know where we get this. We just not going to have no accountability on nothing. I don't understand this. This is just crazy. I don't understand it. So, it's just tragedy. And we're going to send blessings to the family of those two young ladies. And the one lady still listed in somewhat critical condition, but I think they saying she's going to pull it through. So blessings to her as well. We will hope that young lady gets back into existence and is able to go on with her life successfully and prosperity. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yeah. The other lady, unfortunately, she was unalived on the spot. So can't bring nobody back. It's not no video game, y'all. It's real life. So, moving on. Nolan Wells. Yikes. I got to harp on this because we was on this from day one. And I'm seeing other podcasters out there saying that the celebrities are not talking about a lot of these things that's going on all over the country. From Nolan Wells to Carmelo Anthony to all the 22 to 24 people that's black kids, women, and men that's been lynched in the southern states. This is just getting out of hand, y'all. And we need to really talk about this. So we're going to start with the Nolan Wells situation. And let me give y'all the current update as to what exactly is going on. Now, we don't know what's going on. And the reason why we don't know what's going on is because it's an ongoing investigation. What they're investigating, I have no idea because nothing has been released to the parents. Now, to the Wells family, we sincerely send our deepest condolences because the way y'all are being treated in the media and places like this is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. These people have lost their child. They want to go into these people's background and say, oh, she ain't black. Oh, he ain't the real father. Oh, he is the real. I don't know.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
I don't know. What happened? What happened to Nolan Wells? The heck?
But the whole thing is, like you said about all these black athletes, all these black entertainers and all that stuff, if they stepped up and spoke out and put pressure on that situation, results will start coming out. People just got to speak up. Just like you even got Charleston White was trying to even raise money to help with Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, back then, I'm about to get to that in 1 minute.
Charleston White. But I'm just saying, just
all that money you took and went over there. Look what it did. Got this nigga railroaded. But come on.
But anyway, you know what I mean? Like our prominent athletes, it's like they scared to speak up. Like it's something something gonna happen to their career or something. They gonna get blackballed or something like that. Like speak up and share how y'all feel. Or throw some dollars at that situation. Here, we need some investigators. Here, y'all talking about y'all want to get voted back in. All this stuff, y'all ain't handling this right. We gonna make sure that y'all don't get voted back in or whatever the case may be.
And let me tell y'all, rap artists, especially the Master P's, the Jay-Z's, and the Kanye West's. And the reason why I brought y'all three up, especially Master P, not that I ever looked up to y'all. Don't get it twisted. Not that I ever was fanned out about y'all. Not at all. I enjoy y'all music and y'all plight to do what y'all did to get to where y'all at. That's what I'm a fan of. The music is great. Master P made a statement, and the reason why I'm bringing this to the Northern Wales situation is because of simple fact. Master P made a statement saying that black people need to stop thinking about slavery and start moving on. That happened in the past. Think about the future, bro. Slavery is the reason why you and all of us had to go through what we got to go through to get to what we got to get to do what we got to do so hardly. So, yeah, it's a problem. And nobody is actually, you know what I'm saying, want to talk about it. Every time you want to bring it up or something, you got one of y'all celebrities say, oh, what we talking about that for? Yeah, you became a $300 and something million nigga. Huh? The Jewish community brought into your brain, put you together. You was able to get money. All of us wasn't as fortunate. Percy Miller, y'all make sure y'all get this over to Percy, man, because he was somebody that I really, you know what I'm saying, look to for informative information when it comes to dealing on business. Because I'm thinking that this nigga, well, he do know how to do business, but dog, you released that statement, bro. I can't rock with you, especially when we got all this going on in the South.
Right.
We got all this going on in the South. Maybe not New Orleans, but shown right next door, Texas, Mississippi, Arkansas.
Especially being down, especially they
right over the bridge, bro.
Especially them being from the South. Them being from the South, they really should be like involved and really saying something about what's going on down there. I know you on tour and you about this, but y'all need to be.
You on Instagram, on Facebook, and all the other bull crap, saying something. So come on, man. Y'all bugging out, man. And I know everybody be like, man, we ain't trying to be political. This is not politics. This is real life. These kids, man, listen. I know a bunch of wild, suicidal niggas. I've met them. Hanging yourself, man. Out of all the ways to unalive myself, I'ma hang myself, y'all. 22, 23, 24, 32 years old. 34 years old. I'ma hang myself, Bliz. Not boom.
We ain't doing that.
Come on, man.
We ain't doing that.
Come on, man.
I love myself too much.
But regardless, I'm talking about we ain't going to have a suicidal thought.
Right.
So that, we can't think like that, like they thought, because they went all the way there. But on to the Northern Wales situation. So the DA still is tight-lipped about the information concerning the case. The last part of the investigation still lies within the grand jury. The family hasn't been notified of anything of the findings from the grand jury as of yet. So, you know what I mean? We just gotta hold on and wait, you know what I mean, and see what's going on. For real.
So with that situation, that's a crazy situation. But it's like, why, when they come to black and white, and it be the same situation, and it's a white person in the same situation, and they get love. It's just you just know it's a racist country. It's just flat out. It's not we ain't. Don't be fooled.
Yeah, that's another thing. All this equality and conformative stuff that everybody keep on preaching and talking about, like Officer Tatum. Duh, knock it off. Racism exists, bro. It always has and it always will until we get off the black and white thing. And since we've been introduced to the black and white thing, how we gonna ever get off of it? There's no way of getting off of it. Since we've been introduced to the black and white thing, it's always going to be separation. They got a whole live going on right now about the FBAs, Foundational Black Men, Foundational Black Americans, should I say, FBA. And I couldn't get into the chat because I'm not a member. I could see the chat, but I couldn't get into it. And I wanted to tell them, all of y'all history is starting at 1492. Our history don't start at 1492.
When it started.
Sure. Before 1492. And all y'all going off of is when Columbus came here and slavery. No, our history dates back way before we became black and white. Black and white only came into effect when the Christians put it in effect in the 1500s. It's documented. I'm sorry.
You with the Christians. Don't start.
That's when it happened. That's when it happened.
Them fake Christians. You say the fake Christians.
That was they.
That was the fake Christians. We ain't gonna the fake Christians. Say the fake Christians.
Well, whatever you want to call it.
You say the fake Christians.
Well, it was the Pope.
Just put the fake Christians.
But it was the Pope.
Pope is Catholic.
He's Christian, right?
Catholic.
Is he Christian?
He Catholic.
All right. Well, the church of Nicaea, you know what I'm saying? The church of Nicaea, whatever category of Christianity you want to put them in, they came up with this black and white. And my thing is, duh, it's there. So now, how do us, because ain't no us. You can't say how do a black man and a white man move forward. It's impossible. He has certain privileges and opportunities I just don't have, period. And it's already designed that way. I can't break the design, me, by myself.
No.
I can't do it. Martin couldn't do it. Malcolm couldn't do it. Coretta Scott King couldn't do it. Mandela couldn't do it. Who else couldn't do it? I don't, yo, bro, y'all gotta get off that, man.
You know, when I really didn't know how racist this country was until I got locked up.
Exactly. That's another thing.
I really didn't know, you know what I mean, how racist this country is until going through the legal system. It was like crazy. Like, because we was in there where
I'm trying to tell you
where you know you had them. I don't know if you remember when you had a bunch of them. It was a bunch of white guys beat a kid and they all got like manslaughter or something, like a few years, and there was another case where it was some blacks that had the same type of case. And they got the book thrown at them. And it was like, it really opened up my eyes like, man, these people is horrible.
Man, listen, let me tell y'all something, man. Coming from Detroit, back how we grew up when it was 81% black, we down to like 76, 77% black now. So, you know what I mean? That's because of the population decrease and all types of things that's happening as far as the Indian population migrating here and all of that. But we was growing up 81% black in Detroit. And racism existed, but not really in Detroit. Growing up in Detroit, if you was a kid growing up in Detroit with a pretty, you know what I'm saying, basic poor family, a mother, maybe single mother, maybe father, do this, do that, you ain't really go too many places besides maybe a Chicago or maybe y'all might slid over to Ohio. Y'all might have some family in Indiana, somewhere, you know what I mean, in the tribe, you know what I'm saying, state. Right. Y'all had some family. Y'all might have went down. Then you had a lot of people that might have went down south from Alabama, Arkansas or something. But that's really about it. You didn't really have no, like how these parents got the kids, they travel now. They take kids to Bali and all types of stuff. Costa Rica kids be everywhere now. Right. You ain't really had that back in our day. So I'm saying this. All of these different little racial bouts I be seeing on the Instagram, y'all have not met a Detroit nigga. No, y'all have not. Because, see, we don't understand what that is. All we understand is, nigga, it's on. I ain't, you know what I mean? We don't understand, but I ain't getting off into, it's a white dude saying this because I'm black. No, I'm off into the tip like, duh, you disrespected and you finna get your jammies went in, period. White, black, candy stripe. That's just how we rob. In Detroit, we don't mess with, ain't no black and white here. It is kind of like it's getting like that now because racism is integrated into the city because they trying to, what they call it, gentrify the city to invite other cultures to come possibly in. So yeah, so it's getting a little bit more diverse now. But I'm telling y'all, what Rocaine did in Dearborn, dog, that's basically like any other dude. He just went to them. But if y'all was to bring that here into Detroit, nigga, and y'all went last. Being radically racist like that, Jake Lang knew where to go. He ain't coming to Detroit.
Right.
He ain't coming to, he ain't going to St. Louis. He ain't going to Chicago. He's not going to Memphis. Young niggas would tear him alive. Boy,
right.
YNs would tear him alive. They would love it. Open up shop. Open up shop. Oh, Jake Lang. Oh. And by the way, since he left here, Jake Lang, y'all. Whoa. I hate to even say his name, but I got to say this, y'all, since I'm on this. I hate to say this. Yikes. Jake Lang, right? Shout out to Spider-Man over in Minneapolis.
Hey, Spider-Man,
it's on our page.
Business.
It's on our Instagram page. Instagram, TikTok. It's on our Instagram page.
Instagram.
Spider-Man, shout out to Spider-Man. They did not demask him. They took him down and took Spider-Man down. His identity is still hidden.
Right. They
you know
ain't taking his mask off.
Spider-Man went at Jake Lang directly. He hit. Why the niggas on the truck can't help Jake Lang? It's like 5 niggas on the truck. Spider-Man jumped on the truck on the back bed. And y'all understand, he got Spider-Man costume. Or he got the whole kit.
The whole kit.
The kit. He got the kit on.
Yes,
everything. Belt, he got the whole kit. He done jumped up on the pickup truck, onto the back, grabbed Jake Lang, whammy, 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 whammy. He with about a 5, maybe 6 piece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No biscuit. You know what I'm saying? All pieces. I say, dang, you ain't never been in a battle where you just was on a dude like these with just that one hammer.
Just one hammer. Drilling.
Yeah.
He wasn't missing. He drilled him every time.
No. So he hit Jake Lang about a 5, 6 piece, no biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta go to our page, check that out. And then Spider-Man went to another rage where, he said, F that. He done pummeled him. Now he at the sign. He trying to take the sign that said, the sign, right? The sign.
What the sign say? I forgot what it said.
The sign, y'all.
Let me see.
Saying, up with the true Americans and down with the niggers. Actually, it had niggers on there. So Jake, man, I don't know, man. I don't know, Jake. That was wild work. I'm trying to figure where you going with this. How does this grift work out? How did this grift work out? Yeah, that's what I want to know. How did this grift really work out?
There you go.
Hey, I want to ask Jake, how did this grift really work out, man? I really don't know, man. I don't get the controversy, the what's the name, man? The actual clicks. I don't know. But anywho, Carmelo Anthony. Now, moving from Northern Wales over to Carmelo Anthony. Now, one matter of fact, no. Let me go back to Nolan Wills because I got to touch on this. Now, the guys that he left to the island with did another podcast with Officer Race Batum Tatum. That's what they call him on here. I didn't make that up, y'all.
Race Batum Tatum.
I did not make that up.
That nigga horrible.
I did not make that up.
He is horrible.
Officer Race Batum Tatum. Yeah, they did another podcast with him. And in his podcast, I talked about this. They did with the lawyer. I talked about this. What is y'all getting out ahead of if y'all ain't did nothing? What is y'all got to talk about anything for if I didn't do nothing? If he go, when we leave this podcast right now, and go rob 5 banks, 5, I'll go home.
5.
And they come in and arrest me and ask me, what did I know about it? Nothing. And I honestly don't know nothing.
I'm just a podcaster with him.
I'm just a podcast. Why would I have to get out ahead of this and say, oh, well, look, I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have no information. So why am I doing podcasts? I don't have no information.
Right.
But, yeah, that Officer Tatum Beta, man, and he getting a lot of spin on this. He's selling all types of merchandise. He got liquor he's selling. You know what I'm saying? He is like, he wild work. You know what I mean? All this is to promote a liquor brand and some ammunition with the NRA. And I'm gonna get to that in a minute too. Whoa, NRA, y'all about to come on the fire. Yikes! I haven't did my full investigation because I got to come with full heat when I come at y'all. Yikes! Y'all got a lot going on, NRA. Yes, y'all do. Y'all is corrupt in America. The NRA alone. Everybody think it's the LBGTQ. No, it's the NRA. Sorry. National Rifle Association. Y'all the ones that's crippling America, man. I don't know.
They about to get some felons they rights back to carry them boys.
Talk about that in a minute too.
Hey, the key words. Some.
I'm gonna explain that and give y'all the parameters on that, felons.
They probably gonna be them white collar.
You qualify.
You sure?
Positive. Now, moving on to Carmelo Anthony.
He said I qualify.
Now the Carmelo Anthony situation, right? Okay. This you meant Charleston White. Get him back on the line. Now I heard all the and speaking of Charleston White, didn't he get arrested for not having a license, drive with a pistol,
with some weed
drugs,
and a gun? Yes, he did.
And he's supposed to be a teen advocate. Okay. Nah, my G, that ain't official. You can't be writing grievances and got all the work with you, man. You can't be out here throwing rocks with the glass out there. That don't work out. Anywho, now, this alleged money that you allegedly sent over there to allegedly have the legal team or whatever with the Carmelo Anthony family, I don't know what the discrepancy is with that, and I really don't know what your discrepancy was. I don't know if this was your discrepancy, but this should have been your discrepancy. Now, somewhere along the line, the DA had an in-chambers meeting with Carmelo Anthony's lawyer and the judge and came up with an agreement that they would not bring in none of Carmelo Anthony's social media and they won't bring in none of the Metcalf boy social media. Now, in saying that, let me tell y'all, since they told y'all already what's in the social media, so why y'all wouldn't bring it on trial? If y'all gonna tell us what's in there, why y'all ain't bring it out? We know now.
Right.
We know now. So why y'all ain't, that don't make sense. Sealed is sealed. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You can't unseal, when you unseal a federal document, you understand me? When you unseal it, that means that you, as the person that's unsealed it, has permission to do that. You can't just be unsealing nothing and putting it out there like, that's what it is. That's not how that goes. That is business. Now, they came up with an agreement in chamber meeting where the DA said they was going to do that. So, let me tell you what was in Carmelo Anthony's social media. He had some depiction of him saying he was going to kill somebody and do this and do this. And he had his knife and he'd do this and do that. Yeah, that could sound crazy because he actually did do that. But up until the end, why would that sound crazy? Why? Metcalf boy, KKK. I love the KKK. He's a bully. He's been in trouble. All types of suspensions for bullying. And I told y'all when we had that video, when I had the videotape up here, go back to my Carmelo Anthony tape when I had it up there. We don't know what was going on in that conversation. See, it's a whole bunch of conversation that was going on between the Carmelo Anthony kid and the Metcalf kid that we don't know what was going on. And y'all out there, the witnesses or the people that was investigating that, didn't get no accountability from none of all them people that was in them stands.
Right. Because there was a whole bunch of people that was around.
So come on now. Come on now. So I still ain't riding with that. He is over with and this is that and this and that. Now, we got a guy, what's his name? Secret Sam, Secret Service Sam. I don't really rock with all this content, but shout out to him. He said something very interesting. These things that they're doing, they setting him up for the appeal. These are the things that has to happen. So all I'm gonna say is, Secret Sam, we gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see. You know what I mean? We gonna see. And so we pulling for Carmelo Anthony. I will keep on posting Nolan Wells information. Like I said, we still got the push-up challenge going. Y'all want to send something in for Nolan Wells? Y'all want to send 18? He just had his 19th birthday. He wasn't here, so I really didn't go off of today because he's not here. I can't celebrate his birthday like that and he not here, and it just happened like that. You know what I mean? It was kind of awkward to me that I seen people saying happy birthday, Nolan Wells, because I don't know the kid. And I only became aware of this because of the tragedy that happened to the Wells family. And I don't want to gloat in their misery, even though I know they did something for his birthday, because if I'm not understanding, they have a Creole or something, New Orleans background. And they like, everything is celebratory.
Right.
So they celebrate, like, you know, when you go to a funeral in New Orleans, it's like nothing else. They get down, they party. It's a party. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. But like I said, Nolan Wells, Carmelo Anthony, keep on posting. Like I say, we at Den and Now are team advocates. We also have been posting so many of these videos of so many teens getting wrecked and beat up by the police because the police saying that these kids are not conforming, and it's just getting wilder and wilder. Because let me tell y'all something, it happened to me. It happened to me before. Huh? Nothing. Wasn't doing anything. Wasn't in no drug zones. No, none of this. Police just decided to just smack the dog mess out of me because he said I had a smirk on my face. I ain't did nothing to nobody. Nothing. Yeah. So I want y'all to understand, like I told y'all, we over at Den and Now are heavily teen advocates, and they the most discriminated people on earth. Y'all need to understand that. Moving on. Trumpola. We got Trump Chronicles on Den and Now. Whoa, Trump. Why are you just trying to just take over everything? You mad? You know he mad about the Obama Center in Chicago.
Right.
He mad as a mug about that.
Then now he
This
mad.
ballroom he got going on in D.C., they done held him up on funding for that. That's supposed to be like something like $400 million. That disco he putting off up in there, they done held him up on that. You know what I mean? Oh man, this nigga, man. Nah, what do you got going on?
Now, Doris Miller, the first black cook.
We can't add nothing.
That was on the aircraft carrier when Japan attacked him. He's a cook. He come up, grab that 50 caliber and get to shooting aircraft and stuff, getting out the sky, all type of things.
With the operator, get busy.
Then go on years later to die in battle. He came from a cook. It just was a star.
Yeah, battle test.
They gave him the highest awards of hero, and they was gonna name this aircraft carrier after him that they building right now. But word is that they gonna strip it and give it to Trump.
Right. Okay.
We don't know of the final decision yet though, but we're gonna keep y'all posted on that because that brother deserved that all day.
I don't know, man. Shout out to Doris, man, and his whole accomplishments, man. But Doris bugging. You did all this for the country, man. Look how they do you, my G. It's wild work, man.
But when you all in though.
Blessings to the Miller family, man. That's wild work how they trying to do it.
You all in though. If I'm on that craft, if I'm cooking and I'm
So why y'all hating on my joint then? Why y'all let my joint go ahead and get on there? Why y'all want to take my joint off then? That's the United States.
No, I'm just saying though. What I'm saying though is that goes to show you that racism in America. That shouldn't even be a
Do you think it's because he black though?
Yeah. If it was white, they wouldn't have did that.
Okay.
For sure.
Right. Well, we against racism. Well, But anywho, that leads us to the next crises. This is a doozy. And y'all better pay attention because we have the most auto workers in America here in Michigan.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
So, with that being said, I need y'all to be aware of this and y'all need to be paying attention to this topic. America, not Detroit. See, what y'all fail to realize in Detroit, the motor city, we drive cars here. So, yes, you see a lot of cars. You go to these rural places, you don't see these same cars. You will not. America has a repo auto crisis at $1.69 billion. The lots is overcrowded and overflow with cars that have been either overpriced or just poorly made. All car industries, I'm specifically picking on the big three because we're here in Detroit, but all the car industries, from Mercedes to Ferrari down to goddamn Volkswagen, whatever you want to call it, all are not selling cars. Do you not understand? They're not selling cars, and people that finance the cars cannot pay for the cars. Now, let me put y'all up on something that happened in 2007. The housing market. Y'all remember that? Wow. They allowed that to happen, y'all, where the banks were able to recoup all of their losses that they had lost in that whole bankruptcy, even though they loaned out all that money they weren't supposed to lend out, even though they knew those people that was getting those homes couldn't afford them. They just ran the same grift with the cars, right up under y'all nose.
But let me ask you a question.
Same
Though.
grift.
Let me ask you a question, though. But is it also due to the tariffs?
No,
Because the interest rates is high.
no. This ain't we ain't even got that far yet. We ain't even got that far yet into it to have that to affect that. That don't affect that the tariffs affects the marketing as far as the cost of the car. We talking about the actual cars not selling because the economy is failing in itself because the jobs aren't here. We're not creating and building any money. So the tariffs is a portion, yeah. You can say that, yeah. The tariffs definitely play a large part, yeah. I would definitely have to agree with that because the tariffs dictates all the products that's being shipped into the country.
Exactly.
And all the products that ship. See, what y'all fellas realize, we assemble here. Assembly
Put together.
put together.
But them parts
They
come
mass
in.
produce the parts. They make the parts. And we assemble them. Y'all get it? So, yeah. Uh yeah, tariffs. But economically, the job market is struggling. You can't just tell somebody to go out and get a job when minimum wage is still only $15. Most jobs start you off at 17, 18, maybe $20 now, but minimum wage is still only $15. And if you live in check to check off a $15 check, there's no way possible you could survive in Michigan because the actual cost to live in Michigan at low is $72,000 a year annually. Basic 72,000. That's basic. You have a house, you have a car, you have necessities. That's what you have for $72,000 in Michigan, which is fairly cheap. Think about it long range. But let's get back to the car industry and how this thing is going to affect the workers at the car industry because as the cars are not selling, that means that the company's going to take a loss. So if the cars are not selling, we need to either sell these cars or we need to start laying people off until we sell some cars. So if they start laying people off until they sell some cars, that means that they're going to be on layoff.
Right.
Not going to be working. not receiving all the 100% of their checks. And I don't know if Chrysler is trying to, well, I don't know if the big three is trying to eat those type of costs because in the long run, it might be more cost effective to lay y'all off than to have y'all keep coming in building nothing.
That's why Chrysler didn't give all them profit sharing checks out this year,
Well,
and then laid a lot of people off. A lot of people still been laid off.
Well, see, this is what I was trying to explain to my homeboy that actually work at GM. He didn't understand this. The profit sharing checks that they got this year was from 2022.
No, Chrysler didn't get none.
No. The profit sharing check, the proceeds, that wasn't from last year. Proceeds. That check is from what they profits was from 2-3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I had to explain it to my homeboy, and I don't understand how you work there and didn't know that. And anybody else out there, anytime you see the profit sharing check, that's not the profits from last year, y'all.
Right.
It don't work like that. No, those profits be generated from years ago. Everything is pre-ordered, even with the dealership. That's why all these cars are just sitting like this. You get they pre-order the cars based on what the economy is doing. In 2021, 22, the economy had a boost because of the pandemic. We already know what happened. The car dealerships ordered cars ridiculously. And as they was ordering the cars ridiculously, they ordered the cars pre-years, 3, 4, 5 years in advance, based on the current market. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because y'all got to understand, every car switches or changes in 7 years. Every car. Every 7 years. Unless they have some type of malfunction or defect to the point where they can't change it. You know what I mean? Where they have to change it, should I say. So, yeah. So, y'all got to understand what happened, man. They let them use the same grift they used on the housing market with the car industry. So, GM is in talks of going bankrupt, which we cannot allow to happen because in 2008, 2009, GM filed the largest bankruptcy in American history. So, and paid the money back in less than a year. That's why it works. That lets you know they didn't need it. Yeah. So I don't think Donald gonna let them run that grift again. If anything, something like what happened with Spirit Airlines will happen. Because a lot of people don't even understand that what happened over there at Spirit. And let me explain that to y'all, because Spirit Airlines is still flying commercial planes to this day. Now what y'all gotta understand is Spirit was giving out all of those cheap flights for all of that time. And when they was giving out all of those cheap flights for all of that time, it automatically drove the company into bankruptcy, where they couldn't really afford to stay afloat. So what he did was try to file bankruptcy like any other Fortune 500 company would do. The government basically wouldn't allow him under the Trump administration. They said, yeah, you want to file bankruptcy? All right. Let the government get 90% of the airplane company, and you keep maintaining 10% commercial. The CEO of Spirit was like, you done lost your goddamn mind. But what he did was he leased his whole fleet because the Spirit Airlines, for some reason, they have some special type of computer chips in them that's updated to the point where they kind of like some nice engineering as far as their aircraft. So what he's done is he leased his entire fleet to every other airline. So Spirit is still flying.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Dig that.
The whole fleet. He leased it to all the other airlines. So now they got to just pay him. His plane is still being flown without partnering with the government. Yep. Yeah. Gotta read more, y'all. Gotta read more. Well, it's been Monday, y'all. We came and gave it to y'all raw, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share.
And we now podcast.
And we been mobile, man. Y'all ain't been running up on us, man. What's up? Run up on us. Y'all see us out.
We out.
Holla.